Hello everyone, it's a two video kind of day today. I promised Hunter Coleman a long time ago I would do a video on this guy, these guys. These are Weaver Alco Century 628s. So obviously Alco Century series, 6-axle trucks, 2800 horsepower. This pretty much was the first version of the 6-axle Century series, so hence the lower horsepower rating. Like I said, 2800. Then you had 3000 horsepower versions, and you also had 3600 horsepower versions. You gotta remember, in the 60s, horsepower race, just like cars. But anyway, these are awesome models, just awesome. A little more detail than those C630s. See, you got a chain there. And also, I love how Weaver and MTH does their chains. If you remember back to that video, and Lionel does this to this day, even on their legacy stuff, that Rio Grande SD40T-2, that chain that's on it is nothing more than a silver piece of jeweler's chain. It is grossly out of scale. The links are too big, but if you look at this, it's a little more fine. I just can't believe Lionel still does that. I mean, they put chains on their trucks for their steam locomotives and everything, and it's perfectly scale, but I don't know. That's neither here nor there. So anyway, back to the stars of the show. Another difference between this one and the C630 is your crew figure, your flashing beacon. This paint scheme obviously is beautiful. The freight bonnet, yellow bonnet, whatever you want to call it, either way is correct. In all honesty, I do not think the Santa Fe had C628s, but I don't care. This paint scheme's too cool. Blocked out number boards, which is actually correct for Santa Fe. Awesome truck detail, as always. Fuel tank looks nice. These are Korean again, extremely well built. That guy is the same guy that would be in your MTH locomotives of the time. Just a different color hat. I can actually show you. Let's go back to one of my older videos here. So here's the bargain video. If you look, it's the same guy, he's just got a different color hat. Black hat, silver hat. He's got some sort of red scarf or something going on, so he's real stylish. But anyway, point of that is they're coming out of the same factory in Korea. So, which I have no problem with. Thank you, Samhongsa. You make a very nice product, or you did. I don't believe they are in business anymore. A lot of molded in detail, but it's okay. Like your ladders back there. Weaver just had a way of making that crap look better than everybody else. I like the pilots on these. As you can see, you got the molded in brake lines and MU hoses and everything. No see-throughs on the steps. Snow plow. These weren't like the SD40s that I have. They didn't come with 2 plows. They just came with 1. And another thing that's pretty cool about these, well, a lot of things. A typical twin can motors, traction tires, directional lighting, electrical horn, constant lighting. But here, let me grab one of these, flip them over. You can see something here. So these are just like all the MTH diesels, 4 powered axles there, and then the back is dummy. See that? You also notice you got 2 switches under here. That's your directional lockout. This switch here is actually left over from their E8s. If anybody's ever seen one of their E8s, they actually have 2 motors in each A unit. And you're probably like, well, how's one starting forward and one starting reverse? Well, it's that switch. That guy selects neutral forward or neutral reverse. If you watch one of the first videos I did, it was actually a challenge video for Joey's Trains. It was a long train challenge. I did it all Santa Fe. If you watch that, you'll see I have 5 Santa Fe engines on there, 4 of which are powered. That switch is how I could do that. I am a conventional runner. I do not have command control. That is too fancy for me. But anyway, complete typical Weaver. These things run absolutely perfect. These do have the straight cut gear, or the straight cut gears like the C630, but these are a little bit quieter. Do a little putt here, and I'll just show you how cool it is that you can start these one in forward, run reverse. You know, they were thinking about it. Well, they didn't have a choice, but they were thinking about us conventional guys back here in the day, you know. I know when these came out, TMCC was probably already on the market. I never even considered that. I was kind of looking at it as like, why would anyone want that? I realize now that's obviously the standard, but, you know, who knows, someday, now that I'm buying stuff like that AC9, I might have to try it out. We'll see. But here we go, smooth little putt. Slow as can be, no amperage draw at all. Don't really have to do a running session with these guys if they've already been in one, but if you do want one, just let me know. We can do another Santa Fe Freight. Electronic horn, but when you pair these two together, the horns are slightly different, and you get this nice little echo effect, so it doesn't sound nearly as crappy. Not terrible. I've heard worse. But, nah, these guys are awesome. These are, once again, these are probably right at 30 years old. Basic maintenance, all they need. I've probably traction tired them once. I actually have, I have a supply of Weaver traction tires, which I don't need because these actually use the same tires as MTH diesels. But no, these guys are just awesome. Let me pull them up a little bit here so I'm not stretching around and squeaking on my stool. But Weaver had their own line of paint. It was called Scale Coat. Everything I have from Weaver just has nicer applied paint. They knew what they were doing. If you look at some of the other schemes these guys came in, Pennsylvania, I don't know what it is about, I guess it's because they were out in that part of the country. Weaver just nails Brunswick green. I mean, they get it. You know what I mean? You know, back in the day when I was buying Weaver stuff, or even today, you know, when I buy something used or something, I'm not worried about pulling this out of the package and it being the wrong color. You know what I mean? You just didn't used to have to worry about that. Another reason I really liked Weaver, they went out of business in 2015. Their owner, not Bob Weaver, but the president that took over after that, he just retired. Over 70% of their, and this is 2015, over 70% of their products were still made in America. I don't know about you guys, but that kind of means something to me. I know the world has changed, obviously, but I don't know. Just one of those things why I really enjoyed Weaver products. I miss them a lot. I really do. They made unique locomotives. Nobody knew what the hell this was when this came out. They're like, an Alco C? What is that? But, you know, the only Alco we'd really seen up until this point was, you know, RS3s. Or what was the one MTH was making back in this time period? RS27, which actually is a very neat locomotive, but none of those were really ever available in Western railroads. If I could find that MTH demonstrator version, I would totally buy it, just because demonstrators obviously are prototypically correct for any type of railroad, because anybody could have tried them out. But yeah, once again, another extremely high quality product from Weaver. I really do miss these guys. I know all these diesels were similar back in the day, twin can motors, the China drive, all that crap. But Weaver just banged them out of the park a little bit better. A little more quality, a little more heft, just a little bit better built. So, I don't know. Miss these guys. I'd like to get a few more. They did do these in Union Pacific, and Union Pacific actually did have C628s. I've been seeing them pop up online from time to time, so I might try to grab those. And also these conventional guys, no sound system or whatever, if you ever see one of these and you want to buy one, don't pay more than 200 bucks for it. I don't care if it's new in the box. I obviously paid quite a bit more for that when they were brand new, but you know, this is all we have. But yeah, 150, 180, somewhere in there would be a good deal for these. I wouldn't go any higher than that. So anybody tells you they're worth more than that, I think they're telling you a tall tale. But anyway, thanks for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one. Let me know if there's any more of those little locomotives up there in the attic you'd like to see. Thanks for watching.